Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest battles are not fought on distant fields nor in the boardrooms of billionaires. They are fought in silence, deep within your own being, and if you wish to conquer life, you must first conquer yourself. 4 forces govern the direction of your life: your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind. Master these, and you'll master your destiny. Neglect them, and you'll be a slave to circumstance, drifting with every wind that blows. 1. Control your mouth. Words are seeds, and every seed you plant you shall harvest, whether you like it or not. The man who speaks without discipline scatters his power. He gives away his energy to gossip, complaint, and criticism. But the man who controls his tongue, he speaks with intention. He speaks when silence is a betrayal. He speaks to build, not to break. Ask yourself, do your words carry weight, or do they float into the air, forgotten, because they were never rooted in thought? Great men speak less, but when they do, the world listens. Train your mouth to speak truth, to bless, to lead, and to uplift, for what comes out of your mouth is the echo of your mind. 2. Control your mood. Mood is the atmosphere of your mind. It is the weather of your soul. There are people walking around like ticking time bombs, slaves to emotion. One bad look from a stranger and they explode. One small defeat and they crumble. But emotions were meant to be signals, not steering wheels. You must feel them, yes, but do not follow them blindly. You do not have to feel good to do good. The truly disciplined man acts with purpose, regardless of how he feels. If you let your mood control your actions, you will never rise. But if you control your mood, you will rise, regardless of how low life tries to drag you. 3. Control your money. Money is not just currency. It is character, crystallized. Every coin you spend is a vote for the kind of life you are building. The poor man spends to feel rich. The rich man invests to stay rich. But the wise man, he treats money like a servant, not a master. You must learn to delay gratification. Discipline your desires. Ask not, can I afford this now? Ask, will this bring me closer to my vision? Wealth is not about how much you make. It's about how well you manage what you make. Earn it honestly. Spend it wisely. Grow it deliberately, and never let the size of your bank account determine the size of your confidence. 4. Control your mind. Now we come to the throne, the captain, the general of your fate. Your mind, the thoughts you permit, are the architects of your reality. What you dwell on, you become. What you expect, you invite. What you focus on expands. If your mind is a garden, are you growing weeds, or are you planting wisdom? If your mind is a factory, are you manufacturing fear or forging faith? You must guard your thoughts like a fortress. Filter what you allow in. Nourish your mind with truth, ambition, clarity, and courage. Remember, no one can imprison a man whose mind is free, but many are free in body and chained in thought. Closing so, control your mouth, because your words shape your world. Control your mood, because emotions should obey you, not betray you. Control your money, because discipline today becomes freedom tomorrow. And above all, control your mind, because it is the engine of your destiny. Do not wait for a perfect moment. The moment you decide to master yourself, that is the perfect moment. You are not here to be ordinary. You are here to rise, and rise you shall. If you will simply take the reins of your own life and command the 4 kings, your mouth, your mood, your money, your mind. The power of words is often underestimated. Yet they are the very currency of influence, the building blocks of thought made visible. Consider this: every word you utter is a seed sown into the fertile soil of your life and the lives of those around you. Some seeds bear fruit, others bring weeds. The question is, what kind of seeds are you planting? Many people speak without purpose. Their words drip like water from a leaky faucet. It wasted, unnoticed, meaningless. They complain, criticize, and gossip as if words were cheap, forgetting that these words carry a weight that bends the course of their lives. What you say shapes how you see the world, and more importantly, how the world responds to you. To control your mouth is to seize command of your fate. This control is not about silence or repression, but about discipline. It is about choosing words that build, encourage, and empower both yourself and others. The man who allows careless words to slip from his lips is giving away his power. Every negative phrase spoken aloud is a declaration to the universe that you accept limitation. Every word of doubt or defeat invites failure to your doorstep. Great men and women understand that words have magic. They understand that spoken words are like a command to the subconscious mind. Your subconscious does not debate, it obeys. When you say, "I am strong," your mind begins to build strength. When you say, "I cannot," your mind prepares to fail. You must become the master of your own speech. Practice watching your words, just as a wise gardener tends his garden. Cut out the poisonous plants of complaint, blame, and fear. Water the flowers of gratitude, courage, and determination. Speak your goals into existence. Affirm your worth and refuse to acknowledge defeat. Speak with clarity and purpose. Your words are a reflection of your inner world. If you want to change your world, begin by changing what you say. Use words that light fires in the hearts of others, that inspire action, that awaken dreams. Your language shapes your identity. It sets the tone for your relationships, your career, and your destiny. When faced with challenges, do not speak words of despair. Instead, declare your intention to overcome. Words spoken with conviction carry energy that mobilizes the forces around you. The mind begins to work relentlessly toward the goal you've declared aloud. Control your mouth, and you control your destiny. Speak as if what you say is already true, because in truth it will be. The universe responds to the vibration of your words, matching your thoughts and deeds with corresponding realities. Remember, silence is sometimes more powerful than speech. But when you choose to speak, make every word count. Speak not to vent frustration, but to cast vision. Speak not to complain, but to create solutions. The man who masters his speech harnesses an unstoppable power. His words become tools of achievement, and his voice the herald of success. Your mood is the unseen force that colors every moment of your day. It is the atmosphere you carry with you, the invisible weather that influences your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your results. Yet many allow their moods to dictate their lives, drifting aimlessly on the tides of anger, frustration, or despair. To control your mood is not to deny your feelings or live in a state of false cheerfulness. It is to develop the power to choose your response to every circumstance. There is a great difference between feeling an emotion and being ruled by it. The untrained mind is like a wild horse, capable of strength, but dangerous when left untamed. The disciplined mind, however, directs that energy toward a purpose. Consider the man who wakes up with a foul temper. His day is spent fighting invisible battles, reacting defensively to every slight, every inconvenience. Opportunities pass him by unnoticed because his mind is clouded with negativity. Contrast this with the man who starts the day with calm resolve, regardless of circumstance. That man is a master of his emotional domain. The secret is this: you do not have to feel motivated or confident to act motivated and confident. In fact, waiting for perfect mood is the enemy of progress. The truly successful move forward despite how they feel. They understand that discipline in mood is the key to harnessing consistent effort, regardless of internal storms. Your emotions are signals, not commands. They inform you of your condition, but do not dictate your direction. You may feel fear, but you do not have to succumb to it. You may feel doubt, but you need not surrender to it. You may feel anger, but you do not have to let it consume you. Mastery of mood begins with awareness. Recognize the moments when your emotions threaten to hijack your actions. When irritation rises, pause. When anxiety knocks, breathe deeply and refocus. Replace impulsive reactions with deliberate responses. Build habits that support emotional balance. Surround yourself with positive influences. Engage your mind with empowering thoughts. Take care of your body, for physical health feeds mental stability. Remember, your mind and body are allies in the battle for your mood's mastery. Control over mood is also control over your environment. You may not change the world around you, but you can change how you carry yourself within it. The man who controls his mood becomes a beacon, attracting opportunity and inspiring confidence in others. Never underestimate the power of a calm, steady mind. In chaos, it finds order. In hardship, it finds strength. And in defeat, it finds the courage to rise again. Your mood is a choice you make moment by moment. When you choose wisely, you transform your life. When you allow mood to master you, you relinquish your power. Take control of your emotional state. Do not let moods dictate your destiny. Instead, command your feelings as a general commands his troops, with discipline, purpose, and unwavering focus on victory. Money is more than just paper or numbers on a screen. It is a reflection of your habits, your decisions, and your mindset. Too many men and women believe that money is either a prize to be won or a curse to be avoided. But the truth is far simpler. Money is a tool, a servant that obeys the master who commands it. If you wish to gain control over your financial life, you must first understand the principle of discipline. Money does not grow on trees, nor does it fall from the sky for the careless or the impatient. It requires careful tending, like a garden that must be watered, weeded, and protected from storms. The unwise spend money as soon as they get it, thinking that consumption is the path to happiness. They fall into the trap of immediate gratification, buying what they want instead of what they need, ignoring the future to satisfy the present. This is the surest path to poverty and frustration. The wise man understands that every dollar spent is a vote cast for the kind of life he will lead. Every expenditure is a decision about what is truly important. Will you spend your money on fleeting pleasures or lasting value? Will you invest in yourself and your future, or squander your resources on distractions? Control over money begins with a plan. Without a clear vision for your financial future, you are like a ship without a rudder, at the mercy of the winds and waves. But with a plan, you become the captain of your fate, steering deliberately toward wealth and security. This plan requires 3 essential habits: earning honestly, spending wisely, and saving diligently. Your income is the fruit of your labor and your skill. Work with integrity and purpose, and your earning power will grow. But earning is only one part of the equation. How you spend your money reveals your true values. Live below your means, resist the temptation to keep up with the crowd, and practice restraint. Avoid debt whenever possible, for debt is a chain that binds you to servitude. Most importantly, cultivate the habit of saving. Set aside a portion of your income, no matter how small, before you spend a single cent. Saving is not merely for emergencies, it is the foundation for investment, growth, and opportunity. It is the seed from which financial freedom grows. Remember, wealth is not measured by how much you make, but by how well you manage what you have. The poor man may have a high income but no savings. The rich man may have modest earnings but build great fortune through discipline and patience. Control over your money is control over your life. It means you make decisions based on purpose, not impulse. It means you create security in uncertain times. It means you free yourself from the tyranny of worry and dependence. When you master your money, you master your future. You open the door to possibilities that the reckless and undisciplined never see. You build a life of confidence, freedom, and dignity. Do not let your money control you. Be its master. With discipline, vision, and perseverance, you will transform your financial life and with it your entire destiny. Your mind is the most powerful instrument at your disposal. It is the furnace where thoughts are forged into reality, the architect that designs the life you live. To control your mind is to command the very foundation of your existence. Yet, how many people live as if their minds are wild beasts, roaming free and unchecked? How many allow negative thoughts, doubts, and fears to enter without resistance, poisoning their vision of what is possible? This lack of control leads to confusion, hesitation, and ultimately, defeat. The mind is not a passive recipient but an active creator. It builds and destroys in equal measure, depending on the instructions it receives. You must become the gatekeeper of your thoughts, admitting only those that serve your highest purpose. Every great achievement begins with a single thought, a clear, definite idea conceived and nurtured with unwavering faith and persistence. But just as easily, a mind filled with doubts and fears can ensure failure before any action is taken. You must develop the habit of guarding your mind against negative influences. This requires constant vigilance. When a destructive thought arises, be it fear, envy, or despair, reject it immediately. Replace it with a constructive alternative. Train your mind as a soldier trains for battle. Discipline, focus, and relentless effort. Your mind responds to repetition. The thoughts you dwell on repeatedly become your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your reality. If you consistently feed your mind with empowering ideas, you build confidence and courage. If you feed it with doubts and excuses, you breed weakness and failure. It is said that what you think about most is what you become. This is no mere platitude. It is a law as certain as gravity. Focus your mind on your goals, your dreams, your vision. Visualize success in vivid detail. Feel it, believe it, and act as if it is already yours. Control over your mind also means control over your imagination. Use it wisely. Let it inspire innovation, problem solving, and creativity. Do not allow it to conjure fears of what might go wrong or doubts of your own ability. Mind control is not a single act but a lifelong discipline. It requires daily practice, reading, reflection, meditation, and affirmations. It demands that you surround yourself with positive influences, books, people, and environments that elevate your thinking. Understand that no external circumstance can limit you more than the limits you accept in your mind. A man who believes he can succeed will find ways. A man who believes he will fail will find reasons. In the end, mastery of your mind is mastery of your life. When your thoughts are clear, focused, and positive, your actions will follow suit. You will attract the people, opportunities, and resources you need to achieve your desires. Remember this, your mind is your most valuable asset. Protect it, train it, control it, for in the control of your mind lies the control of your destiny. Success in life is not handed to the careless or the weak-willed. It is earned by those who have first mastered themselves. Before you can command wealth, influence, or respect, you must learn to command the man within. Too often, men look outward, blaming circumstances, others, or fate for their lack of progress. But the truth is simple and unyielding. External success cannot be sustained without internal mastery. The battle is won inside long before it is won outside. What is self-mastery? It is the ability to govern your thoughts, emotions, actions, and habits. It is the power to say no to immediate pleasures that distract from your higher goals. It is the capacity to rise above fear, doubt, and temptation. It is the unwavering commitment to your vision, even when the path is steep and the night is dark. Consider the man who allows his impulses to rule. He wastes time in frivolous pursuits. He speaks without thought. He yields to discouragement and gives up at the first sign of adversity. Such a man is at the mercy of every storm life sends his way. Now consider the man who has learned self-control. He is patient in struggle, persistent in effort. His mind is disciplined, his emotions steady. He plans his days and guards his time jealously. He is slow to anger and quick to forgive. He acts with intention and integrity in every moment. Self-mastery is the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. Without it, talent is wasted, opportunity is missed, and failure is inevitable. With it, even the most daunting obstacles become stepping stones. This mastery does not come easily or overnight. It is forged in the fires of challenge and trial. It requires daily effort and conscious choice. Each time you resist a bad habit, control your tongue, manage your emotions, or choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen this power. Remember, your external world is a reflection of your inner world. If your habits are chaotic, your life will be chaotic. If your mind is unsettled, your circumstances will reflect confusion. But when your inner life is ordered, focused, and governed by clear principles, your external life begins to mirror that strength. The man who masters himself is not a slave to circumstance. He is the captain of his ship, the architect of his destiny. His thoughts, words, and actions align with his purpose. His persistence overcomes setbacks, and his confidence attracts success. No one can give you this power. No one can bestow upon you the discipline to master your own being. You must claim it for yourself through consistent effort and unwavering resolve. Success, then, is not a matter of luck or chance. It is a matter of self-mastery. Conquer yourself, and the world bows before you. Fail to conquer yourself, and you remain a prisoner of your own weaknesses. Make a solemn vow today to take command of your life by first mastering the man within. Control your mouth, control your mood, control your money, control your mind, and in doing so, you will unlock the gates to every success you desire. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. It is the engine that drives progress and the proof that your desires are more than mere wishes. Yet many wait endlessly for the perfect moment, the ideal mood, or the right feeling before moving forward. This waiting is the thief of opportunity. Understand this fundamental truth. You do not need to feel ready to act. You do not need to be inspired or motivated at every moment. The moment of action often comes before the feeling. Discipline, not emotion, is the fuel of achievement. Feelings are fleeting. They rise and fall like waves upon the shore. Sometimes you will feel confident and energized, other times weary and doubtful. But success belongs to those who push forward regardless of how they feel. The man who waits for motivation will wait forever. Motivation is unreliable, born of external circumstances and internal moods. But discipline is born of purpose and commitment. It is a choice made each day, a promise to yourself that your goals are more important than temporary discomfort. When you act despite doubt, fear, or fatigue, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind. You are serious about your goals. This message ignites your inner resources, strength, creativity, persistence, that lie dormant until called upon. Remember, great accomplishments rarely come from comfort zones. They are born in moments when you act in spite of discomfort, pushing beyond the limits of what you thought possible. Action breeds confidence. The first step, taken courageously, often dissolves the fears that held you back. Consider the man who wakes up every day and commits to doing at least one thing toward his goal, no matter how small. Even when his mood is poor or the path unclear, he takes action. Each step forward builds momentum, and momentum leads to results. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. It is the silent assassin of dreams, dressed in the disguise of "I'll do it tomorrow," or "I'm not ready yet." But tomorrow often never comes, and readiness is an illusion. You must become a man of action. Learn to move decisively, even when your mind protests. Train yourself to begin before you feel ready. The first movement breaks inertia, awakens purpose, and summons courage. Take control of your destiny by acting now. Do not wait for the perfect feeling or the flawless plan. Start where you are with what you have and improve as you go. The act of doing is the catalyst that transforms ideas into reality. Remember this: the successful are not those who never feel fear or doubt. They are those who act in spite of fear and doubt. They push through resistance, knowing that the path to greatness demands relentless forward motion. Embrace the power of action as your greatest weapon. Let it be the force that shatters hesitation and propels you beyond your limits. Discipline your will to act now, and you will create a life of achievement and fulfillment.